Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 9. It is Saturday. My name is Karina, and I'm coming to you from the Pacific Northwest, where we have had a nice break in the rain. It is a little bit chilly this morning. Kind of looks like there's a light frost. Have to turn on the headlamp to go through the creek portion. That's the neighbor's house that you see up there. So there's the creek between the house and the barn. It is about, I don't know, 6:40 a.m. Still quite dark, as you can see. I actually slept until 5:20 this morning, which was really nice. But I forgot to show you, just give you a little snippet of my early morning knitting that I do. Stop and look at the creek. Definitely the pond, that's the outfall, has come up and still very politely staying in its banks below the culvert. There's the house and the Christmas tree. So anyway, just a little bit out of routine this morning, but that's okay. See where the horses are as we come up to the barn. I'm guessing they're standing over by the edge, the north edge of their enclosure. Let's see if I can see their eyeballs. Yep, there they are. I don't know if you can see them, but maybe I'll see, because he's gray, but I see their eyeballs. All right, I'm gonna get to feeding. Just wanted to show this view of the house from across the creek. I am still at the barn. I'm actually at the manure pile. I keep all my manure piles covered and let them compost and not run off and pollute the creek, especially when we're having such a rainy period. Every stream around here is potentially salmon habitat, and we have 4 types of native salmon in this part of the country. So anyway, I just always kind of find some comfort with this view, seeing the house. I'm just going to turn you around real quick. There's the sky to the south, starting to get light, and there's the barn. Well, I decided to take advantage of the dry break, and I'm going to take Odin for a little walk at the tree farm. First, I have to go down to the barn and get Braggy settled in the round pen. So I expect that'll take about 10 minutes. So Odin and I are finally getting out for our walk. Say hi, Odin. Taking advantage of the break in the rain. Like I said, we've been under an atmospheric river for a long time, and I think it's starting up again around 11 or 12 today. It's about 9 a.m. and we're going to try to get, well, I set the timer for 45 minutes for each way, so maybe 3 miles, I don't know. Yeah, it's good to get out and stretch our legs. If you want to know more about the topic of hiking with horses, podcaster Diary of an Endurance Rider, which I have a link in my show notes, just released an episode on that where she and her endurance riding partner SJ are walking their horses, and she explains all the good reasons for doing it. Mostly I do it because I need the exercise, and it's safer than riding alone when you don't have a riding partner. So I'm still catching my breath, oh my goodness. So that's what we're up to. Hopefully the rain holds off as forecasted, and I'm gonna have a lunch with a friend of mine around noon, so we need to get back in order for me to get cleaned up for that as well. So I'll see you later. And there is the beautiful North Puget Sound. That is probably Whidbey Island out there, because Camano Island tucks in the bay a little bit further south. Well, here's an even better view of the Puget Sound. I think that's the north end of Camano Island, just above Odin's Ears. Hi-oh. We took a new road, dead-end road, and it was a good place for a bio break, so I let Odin graze, and he's really content to stand there while I do my thing. And I'm not sure what the intent of this road is. This goes into a deep dark forest. Maybe this is going to be another logging unit. This is a working forest where recreation is allowed. It's private land, and we are very grateful because all the users are. It's open to mountain biking, hiking, and horseback riding. So this section looks like it was planted in the last, I don't know, 3 to 5 years is my guess. So we have about 7 or 8 more minutes left on our walk. A truck, probably woodcutters is my guess, since they had containers of fuel in the back of their truck, passed us twice, and they were very nice and friendly and slowed way down for us and allowed us time to get off the road and hang out and wait. So those are the mountains or hills, foothills to the north. I think there's a radio tower or cell tower up on that one, so I assume that's just south of Mount Vernon. We're gonna get going. And here's the rain, about an hour early. That's okay. Hi-oh. We're on our way back, so less than 45 minutes back, I hope. Sorry for the glove. So we are back home. O gets his grazing time in the front yard as a reward. I'm standing under the covered porch because it is raining. Braggy has called out a couple times from the round pen, but he's being pretty quiet now. So I think he hollers a bit when we leave and calls out once in a while. It's like, hello, is anyone out there? And then he calls again periodically. So I'll take Odin out to the back here shortly after he has a nice snack, and then get ready for lunch. Greetings. Welcome again to my podcast. So this is going to be the knitting segment. I did all the horse stuff first, and Odin and I got in a 4-mile walk, so I was pretty happy about that. I was happy to get in the shower and get warm because I was getting a little cold. And then I put this sweater on. This is the Crossvine sweater by Berroco. It's a free pattern, and I knit it out of like a alpaca chunky Berroco type yarn, or brand of yarn. So I remember the colorway. I think I knit the sleeves probably to length, but I don't really like them that long, so I like them more bracelet length, so I need to remember that on all future sweaters. So that's what I'm wearing. I'm in a little bit of a hurry because I have to leave for lunch in about a half hour. I'm meeting a friend, so I just have a couple Advent things to show you. Actually, one of them is not an Advent. One of them is the progress that I have made on this sweater, the Riverside sweater, which is inspired by a Sophia Loren film, I think in the 1950s. The bag is this kind of yarn bucket that my sister-in-law gave me quite a while ago when I first started knitting. And it's great for a big project like this. So I have made some progress. Not sure if I've shown this part. The sleeves are on, and I did the 9 rows of what was supposed to be contrast color 2, which is the red, and I didn't want that much red, so I'm switching up the colors. So the main color is supposed to be this natural kind of chocolatey brown, gray brown, but you can see, and the contrast color is supposed to be the red, which is a Patons 100% wool. These are all worsted weight, and then this colorway is fromage, and that is from the same farm that this truffle colorway is from. So undyed, just natural color of the sheep. It smells sheepy, which I kind of enjoy, but I want the top part to be more brown. I was not anticipating that it would be so red. So I am starting on the decreases around the yoke, and I am going to lengthen the sleeves. I'll finish the yoke to see how far they are, but I definitely want this to decrease and then come down to at least, you know, like mid forearm, if not down to my wrist. So that's where I am at with this. I am still working on it quite a bit. I want to show you the label and the needles. They are a US size 7. And they're probably a knit picks. They're wooden needles, probably knit picks. So the yarn, this is the label for the truffle, handwritten truffle, and Skagit Valley yarns. So Skagit Valley is just north of where I am, and these are East Frisian crossed with Lacaune. And if someone would like to tell me how that is pronounced, I would really appreciate it. I think I've mentioned several times I live in the Pacific Northwest. I am from the Pacific Northwest, and it is my tendency to pronounce every letter. I mean, not like if CH is together or SH or anything like that, but if all the vowels are together, I tend to pronounce each one separately, and I'm pretty sure that's not how you do it. Okay, Advent knitting. So I made some progress on the shawl, the grand opening shawl. I finally figured out that's what the what it is called. This is by Tellybeans Knit, and it is designed for Advent, for a 25 color mini bouquet, as it were. I got a 24 color bouquet from Polka Dot Creek. It's the 2023 Advent bundle. They have other options for Advent. I've seen the Crazy Sock Lady opening like individual boxes. Oops, that's a better photo of the label. I kind of like this because then I could decide how it was going to go together. So I am on the 4th. See if I can show this. And I'm in the middle of the round, which you're not supposed to do, but I'm using longer needles now. So, okay, this is the right side. So this was day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and I'm on day 5, which is, it's a light colored, kind of a cream colored, get it untangled from the bundle. And it is that colorway. So I do have leftovers from the other sections, and I have quite a bit left. I would say probably at least half. So I'm just kind of, I don't have an order picked out, but I am just going by what kind of feels right, makes sense color-wise. So I think the entire shawl is made in a lace pattern. So I am just going to, you know, just kind of keep going along and seeing what feels right. I am using Jadawoo red lace. These are US size 3. The pattern calls for size 4, but I have a loose gauge, so I felt pretty good going with size 3. So I think there are options to, excuse me, make this bigger if I want to. So I will look into that because I have lots of minis that I could certainly keep going with it after I understand the pattern. I am still working on the Arne Carlos stocking. I need to print out another few days of the pattern because I've caught up to, I think, at least day 3. And I am also working on the Pacific Knits Co. scarf with all the winter motifs, and didn't work on that very much. And then also the K. Jones Advent knit along, the socks with the Nutcracker theme. I got caught up with that, and I need to print out the pattern for that was released this morning. So I'm going to do that. I am going to hopefully get this published and go to lunch with my friend and see you tomorrow. Have a great day.